Hey guys, this is a team call for February 2nd. This is specifically for our revamp group that we've been doing, but we extended it to the whole team today because today we are going over one of the biggest things that I'm echoing on your side. Let me mute you. Okay, that people we deal with as coaches is objections. So let me just be honest. I hate these headphones. I feel like I can't hear myself talk. Okay, so I just wanted to go over objections, different types of objections, and how to overcome objections. And I had posted in the training. Can you hear me? Mm-hmm. Okay. About examples that you guys had recently dealt with as far as objections and obstacles, and how if you've overcame them, or just ways that I can kind of go over it to give you guys an idea of how to handle objections. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and go over my slideshow. Okay. If I do that, I can't see you guys. Okay. Handling objections. All right. So first thing, when it comes to, not just objections in general, but just what we do as coaches, is you cannot be a coach and train other people to fall in love with Beachbody or believe in Beachbody and what we have to offer if you don't believe it in yourself. It's same true with anything. If you try out a product and you are absolutely in love with it, whether it's a lotion or a face cream, whatever it is, you're probably going to share it with people just because you absolutely love it and you believe in it because it worked for you. Well, the same thing goes with Beachbody. If you're not doing our programs and you're just doing random workouts, or you're not drinking Shakeology, you don't believe in what we have to offer. You don't believe in our company. And without those experiences, it's not going to come across to your people that you truly believe in what you're doing because you're not doing it yourself. Same thing goes to being a product of the product. You have to be part of the products and the experience. I wrote on here with as far as workouts, like when we signed up as coaches, that was one of our goals. Was we had a list of all the workouts we were going to do. So every time we finished a workout, we knew what we were doing next, because we wanted the experience of all the different programs so that we could speak about them from experience. When you do something and you see results and you've been through the struggles and the ups and downs of different experiences like the workouts, you tend to believe in it, and you just have a big faith in it, and you're excited to share about it rather than just winging it. So having belief is huge. It shows boldness in what you're doing. If I come to you or you come to me and you ask me for help and I seem like I'm on the fence about it, you're not going to feel totally persuaded to go with that option. Now, if you're bold and you're excited and you truly believe in what you have to offer, people can sense that and they pick up on that. And so that's just really huge. Same thing goes with as far as coaching. If you aren't brushed up on everything to do with coaching, like Success Club and your challenge groups and what it means to hit Success Club, what it means to follow the 4 vital behaviors, then that will reflect when you have other coaches or other people that want to sign up as a coach. If they don't feel like you are confident and bold, they might sense that and feel the same way. So you have to really believe in what you're doing. If that means doing every training that you can possibly do, if that means logging into your online office and digging into more training, then do it. Even I'm out of breath from being pregnant. So even I go back into our team training and I'll go over it sometimes. Even like doing these team calls, it's good for me to refresh. And I've been in it for 4 years. So, it's just good to do that because it really just helps brush up your memory on everything. And it makes you more confident. Challenge groups, same thing. If you're not running consistent challenge groups, how are you going to get practice? I've had challenge groups where I've had one person. I've had challenge groups where I've had 50, or even more. But like every challenge group is different. And if I'm not doing them, I would have never reached the challenge groups. Like right now, this mom group I'm doing, I have over 100 members and probably over 75% of them are brand new people, like people that I had never talked to before. And I would have never gotten to that group and been bold enough to try something like that if I didn't have my first challenge group with 1 or 2 people. So you just have to consistently do it and you get better with the practice. And that just breeds belief in what we do. yourself, believing in yourself. Sounds cliche, but I mean, we even read books about personal development about that. I like to say a lot of times that you can't fill other people's glasses with your empty cup. So if you're not, fueling yourself, and if you don't believe in yourself, how can you help others believe in themselves? So being confident and believing in you and what you can do, that breeds to other people too when you're having discussions with them and talking to them. The biggest thing I would say is knowing the value we have to offer. I'll dig more into that into this call, but understanding the value of our products, of Shakeology and what Shakeology actually is, the value of what our challenge groups are for, and the value of you as a coach. So understanding that, and I'll get into more depth of that next. So the first objection, money. So the number one reason I'd say people give the money objection is the lack of realized value. So like I was just saying, if let's say you go to someone and they're saying, hey, I saw you post about this challenge group. How much does it cost? Well, if you just throw out, if you get the challenge pack, it's $160. That comes with a month of Shakeology and your workouts. They're probably going to just be like, oh, that's a lot of money. Maybe next time. Because there was a lack of value. There was no conversation about their goals. There was no conversation about what Shakeology is. They might not even have a clue, and you just threw the word Shakeology out there. They might not even know what the workout is. So ways to, I think I wrote that, yeah. So how to overcome it before it even becomes an objection. Focus on their goals. So if someone just randomly messages me telling me that they're interested in whatever challenge group I posted, I'll throw questions at them like, what sparked your interest about this program? Or why are you wanting to start a workout? What have you done in the past that worked for you? What have you done that hasn't worked for you? How did it go? So when you kind of ask those questions and dig deep and keep getting them to answer and respond, it makes them think, and it makes them think about their why. It makes them think about how miserable they might feel, and they start to open up to you, and then they realize they really need this. So you're really bringing up this opportunity and making them realize how valuable this opportunity could be to them when you're pointing out all the reasons why they want to do it. So you just have to dig deep into their goals and their why, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Regardless of what some of us say, everybody wants to talk about themselves, right? Like we all like to talk about ourselves a little bit. So if you're constantly asking questions about them, they're going to talk and they're going to open up. So after that, after we've talked and established, then I would talk about what comes with the challenge pack. Usually what I'd like to do is I'd be like, so, okay, you told me your goal is to lose 20 pounds and you have a trip in August, so you have this much time to do it. So this is what I'd recommend for you first. Can I send you a short video clip of a workout video that I'd recommend? They're usually sure, and I'd send them like a snippet of whatever one I think would be good. For example, 21-day fix. They'd watch the video, and the video is like, whoa, that's cool. And like they see the real life results that people have in that video clip, and they see how easy it is, that there's a modifier, that it's only 21 days. Then they get the portion control containers. So after they watch it, then I say, I just think this would be perfect for you because you also said you struggle with nutrition and that was your hardest thing. These containers saved everything for me. It changed a lot of things because that was my struggle. I know you struggle with time, and these are only 30 minutes, so it really fits in. Just really tune into what they just opened up with and told you, and try to fit this into why it'd be perfect for them and their goals. And that really kind of puts it in perspective for them. And then they're not thinking about the cost. They're thinking about the value of this and how bad they need it in their life. So then that final question is, okay, so what is this going to cost? So what I usually tell them is challenge pack. I don't usually give them I never give the option of just the program. So I tell them a challenge pack comes with a month of Shakeology plus their workout program and the nutrition, the containers, Shakeology cup, everything that comes with. And the best part is it comes with you as a coach. So I explain to them that they get plugged into a private Facebook group that will keep them accountable, and me as their coach to check into. And I just kind of explain the value of having me as their coach. And then I tell them what Shakeology is. So most of the time they don't know, so I'll just kind of ask them, do you know anything about Shakeology? And if they don't, then I usually send them, it's further down. So I'll show you guys a snippet that I send them. But I tell them, like, for example, why Shakeology is good, other than everything I'm going to tell you guys in one of the slides. If you're busy in the mornings, it's a quick go-to. That's what we like to do, especially before church every morning. We're usually like, get out of bed last minute, get up, get ready, go to church, and we don't have time for breakfast. So Shakeology is perfect. A lot of moms are that way, a lot of busy moms. If you have digestive issues or if you lack in veggies. So sharing all that value, I want to go to that snippet before we move on. Let's see. So this is what I send to them, and I can post this in the training if you guys would like it. But if someone asks about Shakeology, I send them this. And I tell them, it's a super clean, natural nutritional shake that's key to getting results. You can work out and eat the right foods and portions and still not see results if you're not fueling your body with the right nutrients and getting rid of toxins daily. It isn't a magic weight loss shake. Like a lot of people probably think. That's what I thought when I heard of Shakeology. I had no idea what it was. I just assumed it was another one of those shakes. Like others out there, and it has no junky chemical ingredients, nothing GMO. In a nutshell, it curbs your hunger and cuts out your cravings because it gives your body what it needs. So there will always be holes in your diet, even the healthiest diet. So your body doesn't get all the nutrients it needs, and it singles hunger. Shake-O takes care of that. It's also like having a daily gentle mini scrub brushes for your entire system in the form of lots of fiber and superfoods. Like, I'm really buttering it up and telling them how good and pure Shakeology it is. How Shakeology is. So in short, it tells your body, I've got what I need. I need get rid of the rest and see the fat and inches go down, energy levels go up. I won't go a day without it. I've been using that for 3+ years. I tell everyone that because to me it's vital. So I replace it with a snack or breakfast, and I always throw in the fact that, for us, it was hard to afford Shakeology at first. So I sat down and we figured out our grocery bill, and it actually ended up either breaking even or being a little cheaper than what we were doing because we were eating out all the time, or we really were just overspending on groceries. So actually it was cheaper most of the time. So it was, that was a great way to kind of relate in all different levels and to let them know, even if you do eat semi-healthy, I highly doubt you're getting these kind of nutrients. So it's just kind of a no-brainer when it comes to the nutrition aspect of it. And it gives it value to what Shakeology really is because a lot of people just simply don't know. Okay, back to where we are. All right, so the next one. Oh, that slide was in there twice. So I don't know if you guys heard of this, but the feel, felt, found. So when you're handling objections, you've heard me say facts tell, stories sell. I mean, probably almost all personal development books you've read say that too. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I mean, if someone's just slapping you links, you're probably not going to respond, right? Like I've had some people doing other companies and they'll just message me with a link and ask me to do something. And I'm like, that is not a good way to connect with people. It's not a good way to show them that you actually care about their goals. And with us, that's what we have to offer is health and fitness. So when you're sharing, your struggles and how you overcame them, and you say, I felt that way, I found this to be the solution, it relates to those people, and it actually shows that you care because we care about helping people get out of those holes that we've been in as well. So this is just a couple examples. So if someone was to throw at you, let's see, let me read this one. How they're struggling with, I should have put the examples up here. I guess the commitment to buying the program, I would, and in, the struggling with nutrition, this is how I would combat that. I feel where you're coming from. I felt that way too. But what I have found is that this program is the best decision I've ever made. I lost 10 pounds in 3 weeks and I feel amazing. Also, I used to struggle with my nutrition, but the container system and easy to follow nutrition guide took the guesswork out of eating and made everything easier for me. So my guess is that person that messaged me was struggling with those same things. That's why I did the feel, felt, found, because I was the same way. So I related and I felt, but I also found a solution. So here's another one with time. So for people that are busy with time and I just don't have the time to commit. I totally understand where you're coming from. I run a daycare and I care for 8 kids all day. I really had no idea how I was going to find the time to coach. This is for coaching, or even if someone's trying to find the time to work out. But what I found is that for me, it was a great accountability factor. So it kept me on the workout wagon, and I learned how to manage my time and my business to make it work with less than 1 hour per day. And I would teach you exactly how I did that as well. So that's a coaching that you can also work around the words to deal with coaching or not coaching in regarding to challenge groups. Really, it's just focusing on the felt found. Let's see. So okay, that was right. I forgot that I switched those up. This was for the coaching, and I also did one for the workout programs. So I did the same thing. I run a daycare from 7 to 5 with 8 little kids. By the time they leave at 5, the last thing I want to do is deal with a commute to the gym. And then on top of that, have no idea what I'm doing and quite possibly wait on equipment. I have found that with these programs, I can do workouts as short as 22 minutes. And the schedule is already made out for me. So I literally get dressed, walk downstairs, look at the calendar, and do whatever workout says that day. And before I know it, I'm done with my workout. It's so easy. And if I decide to do it during the day, the kids love to work out for me. And I always throw that in there because technically I am a mom, but I don't have kids of my own yet. But I can relate because I've done it with daycare. I've done it with 8 kids. I've worked out with them. You know, a lot of moms, that's their excuse, is their kids, when it should be their reason. And they may not have even ever thought to try to work out with their kids. And little do they know, their kids could absolutely love working out. So I always throw that little snippet in there too. Really, it's just a matter of relating and understanding where they come from. And it doesn't always have to be your story. So if someone came to me saying they're struggling with gaining weight and they're afraid to drink Shakeology because of that, I wouldn't use my own example. I would use people that I know and share their story and how I watched them overcome it. And if you don't know anybody with that story, that's what our upline teams are for. You can post and ask for examples. So be it. But, you know, it doesn't always have to be your own story. But you definitely want to be authentic. You don't want to make stuff up. People ghosting. I stole that from Becky because that was a really good way to explain what to do when people just don't respond. So I have a couple examples when people don't respond, whether it's me sending them the link to sign up under me, or if it's, they were interested in my challenge group and they stopped responding. So here's one is, hey girl, I never heard back from you, so I just wanted to follow up and see if you're still interested in joining our challenge group. I want to make sure I get you added if you still want to join us. If they don't respond, I'm probably not going to bother them about it again. Hey girl, I'm reaching out one last time to see if you're still interested in joining us for our challenge. I see that I saw some girls say that it puts the screenshots and it showed they saw the message. I hate that, by the way. I see that you're seeing my message and hopefully you're just busy, but I don't want to waste either of our time, so just let me know either way. That's probably my most common one, because a lot of times when people see that, they're like, oh, I might have offended her. I was just busy. I'm so sorry. Yes, I still want to be a part of it. But the thing is it triggers that, I need to respond to this message. I can't get busy on this. I need to respond right away. I actually learned that at leadership conference I went to last year. And some of the top coaches were sending this to people nonstop because people wouldn't respond. And they were like, I'm tired of it. I'm going to be more blunt. And a lot of times that's what it was, is people were busy and they just didn't care to respond in the message. They didn't have time or they got sidetracked. But if you post that, like, I don't want to waste either of our time, so just let me know either way. I support you either way, then people are going to respond most of the time. So that's probably my most common message I'll send to people. Then the last one, hey, I just want to check in one more time before I remove you from my list of people joining us on the challenge. Were you still wanting to join us? So that way, if they don't, they know that you'll remove them from the list and you won't bother them again, at least until the next challenge. You can also always throw in there, if they say, yeah, I guess remove me from the list this time, then you can be like, okay, can I follow up with you for next month's challenge? Leave the option in there and don't just cut them out. Sometimes, no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. So never just cut them out of your follow-up list. But I would say that's the most common thing about people ghosting is, you got to be consistent with a follow-up. Sometimes people don't respond. I mean, when I went through and messaged tons of people today to follow up, I had one girl that I've sent 7 messages to and she hasn't responded to any of them and she's seen them all. And I'm like, all right, she's off my list for good. 7 messages without a response. I'll take that as a hint, but a lot of times it's not 7 messages. Some people it could be 2 and they just, they get sidetracked. I've done that. I know that I have one open message that I still keep remind myself every day I need to go back to because I got sidetracked and it was like a novel long and I didn't have time to respond. So it's normal. I will say that as far as the sign up link thing, for me, I always tell them when I send them the sign up link, it only takes about 20, 30 seconds to sign up. It's completely free. Shoot me a message when you're done. That way they know that I'm waiting on them. And if they don't, I usually follow up the next day. Hey girl, just want to check in and see if you got that link to work, something like that, to get them to respond and to remind them. Because a lot of times, I don't know if you guys have experienced this. I'm sure if you're reaching out like you should be, that some people will be like, okay, I'll do that after work, and then they forget by the time they get home and they get, busy with their kids, whatever it is. So when you follow up, some people really appreciate that. Like even today, I had a couple friends that, I don't know if you guys seen the thing going around for Valentine's Day where they post this little paper that says, hey, Chris, Amber's love is so big for you, it reached Missouri, or whatever. And they're taking pictures, having friends in all different states take a picture of it. Well, I had 2 friends from Michigan message me, ask me to do it, but I completely forgot. I'm swamped and I have pregnancy brain. I seem to forget everything lately. And one of them messaged me and I was like, thank you. Thank you so much for messaging me. So it's never a matter of like people it's not always a matter of you just being ignored. It's just people are busy. I know it's hard not to take that stuff personally. When I see that people see my message, I'm like, what did I do wrong? All right. So another objection was the taste of Shakeology. So one of the first things I do is I tell people, you usually get a month of recipes, a monthly calendar of recipes when you get your Shakeology in the mail. Then you always have your Team Beachbody account under the Eat Smart and Shakeology recipes tab. There are like tons of recipes, tons. And I always encourage people to do the recipes because like I had said in that snippet about Shakeology and what it is, when your body is not used to eating clean, it kind of like your body's way, the more toxic your body is, the more it's going to push away healthy stuff like vegetables and fruit and Shakeology because it's not used to it. Like when we first started cutting out pop and junk food and fast food, it wasn't an easy transition to vegetables and, even Shakeology. It took us, a few recipes to try. If we would have tried Shakeology, if we would have judged Shakeology off our first recipe, we wouldn't have ever drank it again. Why? Probably because I put too much mint extract in it and it went all down the drain. But that's why I tell people, like, look up recipes and try different ones because not everyone's going to like the same recipe. Carl Deichler's most favorite recipe is the Nutter Butter one with chocolate Shakeology and a banana and peanut butter. And that's like my least favorite recipe in the world. So like you can't judge what other people like compared to what you are. So I always encourage them to try a few different kinds and to drink it for a couple weeks before giving up on it because your body has to go through that detox system. Let's see, take a couple recipes. Yep, that's what I just said. I always also tell them the bottom of the bag guarantee. So for example, Dakota made a post about free Shakeology samples, which is very rare for us to do. We don't do that very often, but he did it. And one of my ladies was like, it's thinking about buying the challenge pack now instead of waiting for the sample. She goes, I'm just afraid to buy a month's worth and not like it. And I always, always, always throw that in there. Even if you drink the whole thing and you just weren't pleased with it, you can send back an empty bag and you get your money back. There's always that bottom of the bag money back guarantee. That's a really great thing to people. Like, to me, it's a great reassurance. It shows me that the company really believes in what they have to offer. So a lot of people really view that as a lot of value.
Smoothie King, like Carl was saying.
I don't think anyone can hear you.
I was saying it to you, like where he goes in every day for 30 days.
Oh yeah, let's like Carl had mentioned. I'm sure you guys probably remember how when you go, let's say you go to Smoothie King every day or a smoothie shop, any smoothie shop for 30 days, and you're just not happy with the results. If you went back to that smoothie shop, do you think they're going to give you your 30 days worth of money back? No way. So the fact that we can do that with Shakeology is pretty awesome. Another thing that I usually like to, I stand my ground on is, if people they say they don't like the earthy or healthy taste, or they can't get past whatever it is, I'm like, especially if they're at the beginning, any health benefits, like I don't care. We've done straight greens. I'm like, if the health benefits are like through the roof, I don't care what it tastes like. I'm going to drink it. You just, when you see value in something, it's not going to matter. You're going to make yourself drink it. It's just like, if there's a will, there's a way. For me, that's not even an option. I drink Shakeology no matter what. So yeah, I said that about depleting itself of the fake cravings, and you will learn to love Shakeology. Now we absolutely love it and drink it every single day. And I'm sure you guys are all the same way, but maybe at first it may have taken a few days to kind of get used to it and fall in love with it and find a recipe exactly like what you liked. There's that what is Shakeology thing. All right, so this is my last slide. So I just wanted to recap and to remind you guys to be bold. What we have to offer is truly a gift. Like I said the other day on our call, what if your coach didn't come to you? Where would you be if your coach didn't come to you? And that was me. Like if my coach didn't come to me, he wouldn't be next to me right now. He'd probably still be at work. I'm not sure that we would even be prepared for a baby yet. I just can't, it's mind blowing. We wouldn't be 30 pounds less than we used to be, wouldn't be healthy, if you put it in perspective like that, what you have to offer to people is just completely priceless. It's changed your life and it could change theirs like drastically. So being bold and believing in what you have to offer is going to breed that to your customers, and they're going to sense your excitement and your belief in our products, and that's going to pay off way more than some kind of facts that you're throwing at someone. So that's all I had to say for this call. I will open up the mic really quick to see if you guys had anything else to say. Okay. Unmute. All right. Did anyone have anything to say or add? Is that helpful?
Very.
Good. Okay. Would you guys like that Shakeology clip? My breakdown of what Shakeology is? Okay. All right. Well, then I will stop the recording.